Hey golfers, I'm Drew Mahowald of Second Swing Golf here at Second Swing Minnetonka, joined by Kevin Kraft, master club fitter from our Columbia store here in the Twin Cities. He has decided to fly north in February during the winter. It is cold outside, but we're here inside swinging some drivers. Two of the most popular of the year, I would say. This is always the case with TaylorMade and Callaway, but nonetheless, it's important to see the differences between them. So, Callaway Elyte, TaylorMade Qi35. We've got the standard or core heads for each series. Going to be a lot of discussion and discourse on these two, I think, throughout the year, as there typically is. As a disclaimer, we are not in our content bay today. We're in the demo bay. So construction going on. Timing got a little goofy with his visit and that, so but bear with us. We're in the bay. We've got TrackMan. Everything works as normal. Now, what have you seen, Kevin? You've been fitting now for a few weeks on these drivers. What have you seen so far?
Good things all around. I mean, it's a great year for golf clubs. Everybody's put out some fun new stuff, and everybody's got new stuff. Yeah. The cycles hit a little bit different with TaylorMade and Callaway and Cobra compared to Titleist and Ping. So this year, everything lined up, and everybody's got new stuff. So
yeah, it is.
There's a lot to see. There's a lot to hit. Different looks, slightly different feels. Lots of options. It's a great year to get in if you're looking to upgrade a golf club that you've had for a few generations, or you maybe a generation back there where you didn't get fit and you want to see if we can get you optimized. This is a great year to do it. Lots of good shaft options, some new stuff there. It's a cool time in golf, man.
Yeah, it is.
Cool time in golf.
It is. I think it's there's still introducing new things that we are seeing are effective and are making a difference year over year. Now, subtle differences, as we've talked about over and over. There's limitations on ball speed off the face, so they're doing, getting creative with designs and maybe impact on off-center hits to kind of make those gains. But you mentioned shaft. Let's talk about the shaft we're going to use for this test and where we're going to do settings-wise, because houses are slightly different, so it can't be absolutely perfect.
So it's close. I've got it. It can't be exactly perfect because I have, specific needs that I have for golf. So it's all my fault. I've got this. They're both 9-degree heads. I've got this turned down to 8 1/4. That one will be sitting at 8. So as close as I can get it. Shaft wise, I'm going for Ventus Red plus 6 stiff.
Okay.
I tend to like the feel of some of the higher launching shafts.
Okay.
My Autoflex is,
Yeah, right. It's kind of barking up a similar tree, not the same tree.
It's trying. It's trying to get there. This is a little bit heavier.
Looking at the same tree, maybe not barking up it like.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. So we'll start with Qi35.
Yes.
And then we just talked about the settings, talked about the shaft.
Okay.
Let's dive in. Let's hit some tee shots here.
See what we can do here.
That sounded more solid.
Yes.
And I know that's a spin number you like a little bit better.
Yes.
How would you describe the look and feel of the Qi35?
It looks big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the carbon fiber, the color of it kind of enhances it. They've changed the shape a little bit too, so there's a little more here.
Yeah.
So
more kind of surface area on the toe side.
Yep. So it's not offensive.
Yeah.
It's a little roundier too than some of the clubs. So some people are gonna love it, some people aren't.
Ooh, there's some good speed. Wow, quickly approaching the 300 mark.
Okay. That was a little high off the face.
That is that's probably the standard result.
Yeah.
Off high on the face is that kind of knuckleball-y, low spin, straight ball.
I mean, at 145 smash factor, did it 296 on the line. I'm not going to complain too much there. That's probably hanging just a touch right.
I mean, a touch.
Okay. Got a lot of spin on that.
What are you, when you're, I know you have a driver fit for your swing that might get slightly better optimized numbers, but what would you expect when you grab kind of a Velocore Plus stiff shaft and, with setting what you have it at. Is there a number in mind that you're thinking of at any of these metrics, or you're just kind of seeing what happens here?
So, I mean, I know this isn't, their lowest spinning version,
Yes.
right? So seeing it creep up a little bit is probably to be expected. I'm looking for somewhere between 265 and 275 carry, depending on what kind of speed I'm bringing that day. I think we've already figured out that today's a little bit on the slower side, but is what it is. I mean, all the numbers are pretty much what I would expect.
Yeah.
A lot of it is human dependent.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Tail a little right.
Really?
Where's the draw with that one?
That did not feel like it was going to be a big hanger.
See, we got 5. Let's get one more up there.
One more? Okay. So that was another little bit high on the face.
Okay. I mean, that's a good result for it, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that shot all day.
Yeah.
I'll take that one without any
so
complaints.
we had a couple, you didn't hit perfect. You had 145 and a 146 there. But nonetheless, the numbers are solid, and the dispersion is pretty good in terms of, it's pretty consistent on that carry
very consistent
distance.
across the board. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you got your carry distance, your lowest was 261 there, and that was, again, one of those that was kind of that knuckleballer.
Yeah.
145 smash. 272 is this one you hit, the best out of the group. What else on these numbers do you see here?
So height's good, 96 feet's fine. That landing angle's kind of in the perfect zone. I'm looking for, in a perfect world for where we are, 33 to 37 is going to kind of maximize our carry numbers. I'll hedge my bet higher rather than lower, so that we don't struggle on the wetter days, right?
Yeah.
So overall, this was good. I mean, I'll live with a 147 smash factor without too much trouble. Pretty consistent spin rate overall. Shaft did what a Ventus shaft does. It's good.
Yeah. All right. So we will. Well, I'll put you win the Elite here. Now, do you have any predictions for this one?
No, just keep an open mind.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. They're both really good heads. I mean, from last season's results, this was one of the AI Smoke was one of the fastest faces.
Okay.
Right. So
you kind of have a lot of
yeah
anticipation, I guess, for the Elite.
So we got new Chromium Carbon face on this one. We've got new 10K. 10X face on this one.
Yep.
And so we'll see kind of which face rules this particular challenge.
Here we go. It's a pretty good start.
Nice.
For the Elite 149 smash.
Hey.
Right off the bat.
All right.
Another good ball speed. Wow. Yeah, this is a pretty good start for the Elite.
105.8, man. Hey, find some speed here.
Might not need to if you hit it that
Might
good.
not. I might have tried to force that one a little bit.
Okay. It did look like you tried a little something different with your ball swing. That's okay.
I mean, that's a swing I'm probably not going to use on the golf course unless I've got a lot of fairway to work with.
Oh, another good one. You've been in the high 290s with, I think, all but that last one with the Elite.
So maybe I shouldn't just try to overpower it or anything.
You're hitting it 149
good lesson
smash.
for everybody at home. Don't try to overpower it.
Yeah.
Dance with what you brought.
The drivers are good enough.
Yeah. Woo.
How straight that guy is.
Toe ball.
Toe ball. We'll see what the correction is here on this one. Oh my goodness. 144 smash.
Whew.
Under 1700 spin, which I know you don't mind a spin rate in the high teens.
Quite fine with that. Yeah.
But see that ball still go 295. It's pretty good. I think
a
we're maybe.
144 smash.
I think we're at one more swing here.
Okay. A little high off the face again.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
So, here is our beautiful data.
Is that 6 on 7?
It is. It is.
Well,
I lied about having one more swing.
Let's go ahead and just
Delete this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, this is the one right here.
That was me just trying to overpower it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we got 6 on 6.
Yeah. Okay.
6 on 6. Elyte Qi35. It just seemed like, you know, with the exception of the one that it just seemed like the Elyte driver was getting better performance for you in this particular, and it shows. I mean, the dispersion's tighter.
Yep.
So that part already answers a lot of the questions.
Yep.
And then if we look at the data, I think what I'm noticing is the deviation numbers are tighter, specifically on the spin and the carry yardage and the total yardage especially. What else do you see when you look at all this information?
You know, landing angles are good with both. I think ultimately, I was gonna say the Elyte went a little bit higher, which I like. Spin rate's pretty comparable. I mean, these are the standard models, right? These are not the ones that are designed to be particularly low spin. And we're living in a world where we're, you know, just over 2,000 RPM of spin.
Yep.
It's a great time in the golf industry. You can have forgiveness, and this has definitely got forgiveness because I did not hit this in the center of the club face all the time, and still get really good spin numbers without having to push into a driver that is technically a little harder to hit and has a little bit of fade bias to it, right? We don't have to work as hard. So really good results with both. You know, from a look, feel, sound package and overall performance, I'm giving it to the Elyte. I think this head feels a little harder, a little harsher coming off the face than previous gen. But
does it feel harsher than Qi35? Probably. In terms of
yes.
feel.
Yeah. I mean, the carbon face definitely.
I think
is
by
a little
by
different.
nature,
Yeah.
you know, by its design,
But
it's going to be.
It feels fast. It feels stable. They both feel good, right?
Yep.
And that one also feels really stable. From my perspective, I like the Elyte a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you did because the performance is good again across the board here with Elyte. We would have
there's nothing wrong with this with the Qi35. This is just a little better.
Right. I mean, I'm going to expand these out because just to again relay the consistency of these carry and total numbers here.
Yeah.
I mean, your total here, the window is 294.5 to 298.5. Everything was in between there, distance-wise. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And
then if we go down to Qi35, we're talking about these carry and total numbers. You know what, 290 or 288.2 up to 298.7. Carries in there in the 260 to 272 range. So again, up here 265 to 273 range.
And carry, a lot of that's, you know, I mean, imperfect human being swinging golf club, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Well,
you know.
Well, with that said, too, you were swinging them pretty similarly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, attack angle was close. Club path is almost the same. Face angle was almost the same. So it's a pretty good test in that regard. Yeah. And I think what we saw, I mean, they're both awesome.
Yeah.
They're both really good.
Yeah.
You got really good performance on the
Can't
miss
go
hits.
wrong.
We can even bring up kind of where the average impact location was. You know, we can see with Qi35, you were hitting towards that high toe area.
Yep.
With Elyte, you had a couple maybe lower than the equator there. But nonetheless, they're both great. A lot of it is going to be what you like to look at, what you like to feel as well.
Yeah. Look, feel, sound.
But they're both awesome.
Yeah.
They're both awesome. So go get fit with someone like Kevin. See if maybe Elyte is better for you. Maybe Qi35 is better for you. But they're both really good. It's the latest technology here in 2025. And if you get one in the bag, you'll hit probably longer tee shots, more straighter tee shots, and shoot better scores at the end of the day. So Kevin,
that's what we're after.
That's exactly what we're after. So Kevin, thanks for hitting some tee shots for us
Sure.
and breaking down Qi35 and Elyte drivers.
Cool.